What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, everybody? It's so goddamn hot up in here. My goddamn popsicle just melted. Like, it's no popsicle. It's no sickle about it. It's just juice. Okay. But anyway, how you guys doing? This has been a beautiful week, to be quite honest. The weather, it's been hot as shit, but I'm dealing with it, so I don't care. I've been looking forward to it. And everything has been really nice. I hope everything has been going nice for you, everyone out there. Once again, let me put this out on the forefront. Congratulations to all the graduates who are graduating. Y'all did it. Y'all going on to the next step. That is so great. My little sister, if I told y'all, she graduates on the 14th. So what we gonna do? Um, got a little dinner going for her after she graduates. Um, Gonna give her some little gifts and stuff. I brought her a ticket to go see Bring It Live because she loves Bring It Live and she don't know. So I'm gonna give it to her when we go to the graduation party or whatever. Um, Kids just get so fucking all of a sudden she know what she want. I want this, I want that. I said, bitch, you got the money for all this stuff? I want cupcakes that spell out congratulations, Alicia, on your graduation. I said, well, who finna pay for all this? Girl, she tried it. She tried it. She sent my mother a PowerPoint presentation about the type of dress she wanted, the price of it, and if you can't find it, this is the material that you need to make it, the type of shoes on the next slide, the price, the type of earrings and accessories that she want to make, the price. And I was like, you know what? Kids get to learning about PowerPoint and Excel and shit and lose their goddamn minds. That's my sister. But at least the bitch knew, okay? To give it to us ahead of time. I love her and I'm so proud of her. So, congratulations to the little boo boo. Making me old as shit, bitch, okay? My mama had her when I was 17 years old. This little girl just turned 14. Old as shit. Alright? I'm old as shit. That's time needs to slow the fuck up, okay? It really do, And then after we do Bring It Live, okay, my mama gonna take her and her friends to Dave and Buster, whatever, the next day. Then she gonna go kick it with my grandma. They gonna throw her some other stuff. She the last child, like the last grandchild, So she spoiled the shit. So there you go. But anyway, I had to start this video off with some good news, some good light energy because we're about to get into some shit. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I am so appalled at the way this whole, and I'm pretty sure all of us are, the way that this whole Puerto Rico and Hurricane Maria disaster happened. And that's exactly what it is. It is a disaster, okay? They tried to get in the governor or the mayor of Puerto Rico, asked about the deaths and how many had actually died when it first started. And, trying to make it seem like she was exaggerating. And they come out and they say that it was like 64 people that actually died. Baby, they said it's like 4,645 people that have actually died during Hurricane Maria and the after effects of it. Okay, you realize that they still don't have like clean shit over there, and they still don't have the whole island with electricity and stuff like that. That is fucked up. Over 6 months later, that's messed up. Treating them like they're literally a foreign entity that is not part of the United States. They're not a state, but they are part of the United States. Okay, so they should have got the same fucking respect and the same level of support that people that got here on the mainland of the United States of fucking America. When the shit went down for Hurricane Harvey and everybody was going out there and the government was there, even though they did some fuck shit, they should have had the same thing for Puerto Rico, and I'm just disappointed in that. But then again, it's our administration, and this administration don't even like brown people. So there you go. They're all immigrants. I'm pretty sure they probably lump all type of Latin people into one group and say that they Mexican. Y'all know some of y'all, some people be out here doing that. Y'all know that. Don't even act brand new. It was like as if Mexicans are the only group of Latin people out here, Latin people and Hispanic people out here. No, okay. But to my Puerto Ricans, y'all just continue to fight. I'm not gonna stop talking about it because some people don't talk about the whole thing that happened, and I want to keep on talking about it so it won't be forgotten. Okay, until something is done. Just like with Flint, they still don't have water. They still don't have clean water 100%. And that is a shame. Speaking of some other stuff that they trying to fix, Starbucks on the 29th, which was, I'm recording this on Wednesday, which was yesterday, okay, they was out there doing their whole sensitive ethics training, how to speak to people, how to talk to people and customers and all that stuff. Oh, girl. Of course they had Common, there in the video, whatever, dealing with the whole thing. I think it is a good step, but one day, and not even a whole day, a couple of hours or so out the day, that's not enough that they need. They need to keep revisiting this at least semi-annual, like twice a month. Twice a month. Y'all need to refresh these people because the shit is still gonna keep happening. Still gonna keep happening. But and it's funny how not that many people was talking about it. Not that many people was talking about it. I mean, some other stuff popped off, but I guess you could say that's the reason why I got overshadowed by some stuff. But it is what it is. Speaking about some more injustices that happened, the Milwaukee Police Department, y'all are trash for what y'all did, and it's so unfortunate that, excuse me, we get these cases of bad cops that are out here to the extreme, even that it sets the precedent and a tone for all other cops that probably didn't even do nothing and who are probably out here doing things by the book and who are actually good people. Milwaukee Police Department, I hope you fired or, discipline and put these people not on paid leave, but, unpaid leave and reduce their rankings or something to that effect that it really truly affects them the way that they treated this Milwaukee Bucks basketball player, Sterling Brown. Okay, I seen the video. He got arrested, I think it was in a few months ago. And he was parked wrong. They could have just gave him a ticket. But you confronted him, y'all get into a tussle, and then they tased him or something. It was too much. It was too much for no reason. Okay, and the cop was in the wrong 100%. Sterling admitting that he was wrong for the way that he parked, and then you just keep escalating and escalating and escalating. Just write him the ticket and let it go. And then you making it seem as if he was there too long and all that shit, and he wasn't. It was just a fucked up situation. And now, the captain and all that want to issue an apology or whatever. I want more than an apology, and I hope he sues them. I hope he sues them, okay? Because something needs to be done. You can't keep getting away with this shit, okay? Um, Talking about some more about the NFL thing that happened. Remember, I spoke on it last week when the NFL came out and they said, if a player does not want to stand up during the national anthem, they can stay in the locker room. They can't kneel on the field. If they kneel on the field, they're going to be charged a penalty. Okay, the whole thing with Colin Kaepernick and I think his name is Eric Reed, they trying to get them back on teams and stuff like that. And it's rumor going around saying that some of the players, they plan on probably sitting out the whole season. I don't know how true this is, but they plan on sitting out the season if Kaepernick and Reed don't get on the team. And that says a lot about their characters and about their integrity, about their morals and stuff like that. And I stand with them. I just wish it was more people who was like that. But hey, people got family to feed and a lot to lose, I guess. So they don't care. They like, I'm with you in spirit, but I'm finna get my ass out here and play. So I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. I think that's a good look if it happens. And of course, prepare to hear Trump's mouth, okay? We're going to talk about Trump in a second. Let me tell you something. These shits are so fucking good. And they 0 calories too. And they sugar free. Girl, be fucking these up. Speaking of which, let me just tell y'all a little update on my weight loss, okay? Because I put a post up. I don't know if I spoke on it in depth. But I was just, out on a whim. Went on ahead. I have a scale out here. and I've already said, let me weigh myself. I said, oh shit, bitch, you like a few pounds away from your first goal. Okay, the way that I'm taking this weight loss thing is I'm trying to get under a certain number or to a certain number, and then I'm going to, be like, yay, that's cool. And then I'm going to set another number or whatever to get to. And it's not that I'm trying to do it like, oh, I got to do this, and all this shit, and put a lot of pressure on myself and always getting on the scale or whatever, because the scale can be intimidating and that can fuck you up, okay? I'm taking it at a gradual pace, at a healthy pace, I should say. You know, I'm just doing what I have to do, eating right, portion control, drinking a lot of water, cutting out a lot of sugar and stuff like that. Not saying that I don't have my sugar here and there or my snacks and stuff here and there, but it's a way lot less than I used to have. Okay, um, and so I was like very happy, and I had ordered some pans offline. And let me tell you something: if you online shop, the sizes be different according to the goddamn company, okay? So I just took it. I took a risk, and I got like three sizes smaller than I usually do, and I got those pants. Let me just tell y'all something. The joy and excitement that was in my heart when I put those pants on and them things buttoned up and zipped up, and I was able to bend down and sit down, pop that thing down, and bring that thing back up easily, bitch. I was like, girl, you doing it. I was like, yes, you are. I said, thank you. It is really, really nice, okay? And then this shirt that I have on, I brought this shirt like 2 years ago. I could fit it, but I can never wear it out the house because when I tell you everything about it, it was tight on the arms and it was very tight on my stomach. And I don't like a sloppy bitch. It's one thing to be a big bitch, but it's another thing to be a sloppy one, okay? And I talk too much shit about sloppy people to go outside looking like a sloppy one myself. And I just like to look presentable and be comfortable. And it's hot as hell out here. So I just like, listen, I'm just going to wait. And so that was a goal of mine, to get into some of the clothes that I brought at a different size. And now I'm able to fit them comfortably. Like, this shit is loose as shit, okay? And come on. I just had the cheese and, just, I like the progress that I'm doing. Sometimes I don't see it. I didn't see it until I put the clothes on, okay? So that's what I wanted to put out there. I didn't see it until I put the clothes on. Because even when I look in the mirror sometimes I'm like, damn bitch, you still fat as fuck. But when I put these clothes on and I was out here just being myself today, I was just like feeling real good. I said, bitch, you really fucking doing it. I felt fake skinty, okay? I felt like a skinny bitch for a second. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice. I still got a ways to go. One day, once I get to a certain part, I'm gonna do a real ass video and giving y'all, the real true tea about a lot of stuff that I'm kind of embarrassed about saying right now. Because I want to get to a certain size before I get that. Because then y'all can be like, God damn, bitch. Don't you ever get that way again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm loving it, and I'm loving the process, and I'm loving how I'm feeling. I just had to put that out there. I really did. Anyway, let me stop. Okay, let's get back to this shit. Speaking of the NFL, let's go to the NBA. Congratulations to the Cavs, okay? And congratulations to the Warriors. Baby, we done seen this shit already like 3 other times, okay? So, whoever wins, win. At this point, I honestly want the Warriors to win. But if LeBron wins it, go ahead. I have nothing against LeBron, but LeBron can be a big baby, but it's okay. LeBron has deserved everything that he's gotten. He worked his ass off just as well as Steph Curry and everyone else. So, congratulations to them. Whoever wins, I hope y'all just go out there and play your heart out. I think the first game is tomorrow, so congratulations to them. Y'all tell me in the comments who y'all got, Cavs or the Warriors, okay? Um, what else is going on in the news? And I know y'all waiting on me to get some, but I'm trying to get the little small shit out. So we had this thing with Morgan Freeman. I was talking about it on my live. Some people brought it up about the whole. I think it was like 8 women that came out trying to accuse him of, sexual allegations or sexual misconduct, or, saying remarks and making them feel uncomfortable. And the CNN reporter, she came out and was saying how he commented on something that was going on. And I seen the video, and she made it. I'm thinking that by the way that she's telling this story, before we seen the video and played the clip that they played right then and there, that he actually said some mess to her and, did all this. And I'm listening to it and I said, what? He was commenting on another person's situation, wasn't even talking about her. But I would not be surprised, like I said in my live video, I would not be surprised that it comes out that, he really did do something, and not necessarily rape somebody, because that's not what they're trying to say, rape or molest anybody. They're just saying that it was some misconduct on his part. You know how old men are. They say shit and don't give a fuck. So that's why I'm saying I would not be surprised if one or two or three of these allegations turns out to be true. But that CNN one, girl, bye. All right. And it's no excuse. It's saying that they old or whatever, and that's they don't give a fuck. It's no excuse. But y'all know how old perverted people be. But it's what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Um, I don't know if anybody still watches The Walking Dead. I just want to give y'all a little update. I was trying to watch The Walking Dead. Like, I really suffered through the last season. Like, I usually watch it as it goes, like when it's live or whatever. I couldn't watch it like that. And then I just recorded on my DVR, and then it'll take me like half the fucking week to get to it, if that. And I'm just like, ugh, it's just not the same. But two of the main characters are said to be gone next season. Rick and Maggie, they're gonna be gone next season, and probably not even gonna be in the full season. So, I mean, oh, excuse me, it is what it is with that. Um, okay, let's just go there. Let's just go there. This video is not, it's not really that much to talk about, because three stories kind of dominated the news for the past couple of days. The Pusha T and Drake situation, the Kim K versus Rhymefest situation, and the Roseanne situation. So let me just go in fucking order. Okay, so Kim K. Rhymefest came out. And if y'all don't know Rhymefest, he is a rapper out here in Chicago. He's also a producer, a songwriter, all that stuff. He's Grammy Award winner, Academy Award winner, I believe, as well. He runs the Donda House organization that's out here that, he helped found with Kanye West. He's done a lot for the community, okay? And he's not one of those people that seeks fame and seek recognition and want his name all the way out there all the time and attention and shit like that. And so, all of a sudden, when this whole shit with Pusha T and Drake popped off, the little rap beef or whatever, he tweeted out some stuff basically saying, hold on, cause I made sure that, let me get to it, cause I want to be correct. Did I record his shit? I probably didn't. But either way, he basically said, Drake, keep that energy. Try probably get, Kanye West attention to come out here and to give some money to the kids of Chicago after he said fuck the youth of Chicago or whatever the fuck it was. And people felt the type of way because he called Kanye West out, and I was like, oh, where is this coming from? If my camera's going in and out, I apologize, girl. Whatever. We'll deal with it. And I said, where's this coming from? I could believe everything that he was saying. I could believe it, but I knew people was gonna have an issue with him calling him out on a public platform. And my thing is, he probably did call him. He called him, couldn't get in contact with him, or he didn't know any other way to get in contact with him. And since he liked attention, he gave him the attention that he wanted, the publicity and shit like that. But he even came back out himself and said his delivery may have been wrong and the way that he did it may have been wrong, but he was coming from a place of passion and all that stuff. So I understood it, and at least he held himself accountable for the way that he brought it out. And I'm talking about Rhymefest. Now, this is a conversation between, well, now it's between all of us because he didn't put it in the public. This is the conversation that should have been had between him and Kanye. Okay, apparently it did happen, but Kanye really wasn't fucking with it. Okay, he was more so concerned about his album and shit like that, and he basically is trying to get funding for Donda House to keep it going. Okay, and for them to put that out there, Kim, of all people, which we should have known was gonna happen. We should have fucking known this shit was gonna happen. She can't keep her mouth closed for shit. Now people gonna say, well, that's her husband. She's supposed to talk. What you mean she can't speak up for her husband? No, don't speak for your husband. Yes, you can try to defend your husband or you can support your husband, but baby, you have to pick your battles and pick and choose your battles wisely, okay? This was a battle that you didn't need to get involved in. He was talking to Kanye. Yes, he put that shit out there, but this is something that is out of her reign, okay? Because it has nothing to fucking do with you right about now. It's a Chicago situation, and baby, you ain't Chicago. And for her tweets to come out, and to say the shit that she said, it was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Here she go, trying to be super saver hoe. I always stand up. I will always defend my man. Okay, girl, we ain't have a problem with that. But like I said, choose and pick your battles wisely, okay? This wasn't a battle that you needed to be involved in, okay? You don't know shit about Chicago. You don't be out here in Chicago. Your man don't know shit about Chicago no more. It's been years since he been out here if it was outside of a fucking concert, okay? So let's fucking stop acting like he actually be out here doing for Chicago. But he can call everybody else out, but not himself. Let's stop that shit. Here go she gonna put a reply to Rhymefest. You didn't say this when Kanye paid you up front and then disappeared during Pablo. I saw you at our studio a few weeks ago, so why didn't you bring this up then? You was trying to get Kanye to listen to your subpar beats. You have the audacity to use Kanye's mom's name and then try to shed a negative light on Kanye. I said, girl, I'm listening to this like, I'm reading this like, keep going. Keep digging this ditch deeper. You haven't been right since you got kicked out of the studio in Hawaii wearing fake Yeezy. Ha, the laughing emoji. You're over leveraging Kanye's name and ask Kanye to donate money to you. So stop with your fake community politics and lies. To call this man who's done nothing but be about his community and say that the shit was fake and lies and stuff like that, that's fucked up. To bring up the fact that he got kicked out of a studio and he was wearing so-called fake Yeezy or whatever. If Kanye was his friend, why the fuck his friend couldn't give him real Yeezys if that's the case? Why is it that you had to take it to a material level when he's talking about the youth and of Chicago and getting them together and helping them out? Why did you have to bring it to that level, okay? And that just shows you have no fucking base, all right? And then gonna say, oh, and lastly, your flight was canceled to Wyoming. You thought you really was worthy to be on this album. Like, girl, what? He was worthy to be on all these fucking albums, okay? So, some of y'all don't know, Rhymefest is the one that's responsible for fucking Jesus Walk, okay? He's responsible for Glory that John Legend fucking won the fucking Oscar with in Common. You better believe I will make it my mission to take Donda's house from you and let my children run it the way it should be run. So you mean to tell me you're going to take an organization from a black man that is helping the youth of the inner city of Chicago on the fucking south side, you a white woman, gonna use your fucking white privilege to say some shit like this and give it to your kids who ain't even old enough to fucking cross the street by themselves and let them run it into the fucking ground, bitch? They don't know shit about fucking Chicago either. So what the fuck are you trying to say? Like, girl. And then gonna say, sorry to all my followers for flooding my timeline. I know you don't know who, have no idea who Rhymefest is. And the sad part about that, most of the motherfuckers don't, okay? They don't know who he is because They're young and they're dumb, and that's not their life, okay? That's not who they're about. You better believe I will make it my mission to take down. Yeah, I said, girl, if you don't get the fuck up out of here, that part stuck a chord with me when she said she's gonna take it away and give it to her kids. You know what? How about you come to Chicago and you step foot into the organization yourself? How about you do that? And you see what's going on. Okay. Then you got fucking Khloe Kardashian. Baby, I don't know if you tweeting about your home situation or if you tweeting about this, talk about some misery love company. People can't stand for someone else to flourish and be happy. Nowadays people thrive off one's downfall rather than their success, sadly. Baby, nobody was thriving off nobody's downfall. It's just calling a motherfucker out because obviously whatever means of communication has been blocked or whatever, and this motherfucker is just not in the right space. Okay, he's whatever. This ain't got shit to do with you. If this is what you referring to, or if you referring to your own situation, the only reason why I brought her up because Khloe, Kim Kardashian retweeted that shit. And I was just like, at this point, Twitter went the fuck in. Then you got Chrissy Teigen putting up this gif of, Kim coming out trying to look like this. And people went off on her like, girl, you shut the fuck up. This is no laughing matter. This is nothing like that. We talking about the inner city youth. Chrissy Teigen talking about something. Her whole thing was she was just trying to watch the stuff go down. Girl, just shut up. Just shut up because anytime something happens, she always involved. We know y'all good Judies and y'all ain't gonna tell them about themselves, okay? Because that's why they still do the same shit that they do. Anyway, she talking about, let me break this all the way down. Kanye and Donda started a charity called Loop Dreams. When Donda passed, they changed the name to Donda's House. Kanye paid Rhymefest a salary to run it, and after several years of lack of performance from the organization, Kanye's going through personal financial issues. He can no longer fund the salaries. Rhymefest asked to take over it, and Kanye agreed with no financial strings attached. Okay, but see, here's the thing. It's a whole bunch of people coming out, and I know a lot of people who went to Donda House and who come out successful and know that it's being run right. Okay, to say that the performance is lack, it's not. Okay, that goes to show that you don't know shit that you're talking about right then and there. Kanye gave his friend an opportunity to run the organization on his own. So now that Kanye is being publicly shamed for not being involved makes no sense. It does make sense. If somebody is asking for help on an organization that you started, granted that you gave it to him, if he's asking for help, obviously he's in dire need of it. And yes, they did go through a lot of channels and stuff, trying to get donations, trying to get money for it or whatever. And so therefore, I'm pretty sure Kanye was the last resort. Okay, because somebody else from Donda House got on and tweeted a whole bunch of shit, just dispelling a whole bunch of shit that Kim tweeted out. Okay, and it's just like, shut the fuck up. Okay, this has nothing to do with you. Yes, that's your husband, but this ain't got shit to do with you. Okay, leave us alone. Until you step foot in my city, don't fucking speak on our issues. You ain't Chicago, your husband ain't Chicago. And I do believe that he probably said that shit. He ain't probably said it in the way that Rhymefest said it, but he probably said it in that way that meant the same thing. I don't give a fuck about that because Rhymefest put out a whole ass statement basically saying he did not call up to be on Kanye's albums or anything like that. Kanye came to fucking him, okay? He read her so nice nasty in that goddamn paragraphs that he gave them, and that's what it is. And then Donda House comes out and saying because of the bullshit that Kim was putting out there, they gonna change the name and all that shit. And I said, good. Change the fucking name and get from association with these whack ass people, okay? Kanye has lost his fucking mind. And I know some people like, oh, but he going through some stuff. Why you need to come on and jump on the bandwagon or whatever? We really don't know the situation that's going on and how long this been going on and how long he been trying to ask and, get some support for this from them. Okay. And don't say, well, it's not his responsibility. I will readily want to donate to something and try to help out something, regardless of if I'm a full partner or not, and I gave it to you. it has my mother's name on it. So of course I'm gonna try to check in and make sure it keeps flourishing, all right? If you can spend $85,000 for a picture of Whitney Houston drug-filled ass bathroom, you can donate. You could have donated that motherfucking money to goddamn Donda's house and helped them kids out, okay? Y'all went out there and got them 15 computers from them other kids. Y'all couldn't get no other stuff for Donda's house and shit like that. Since you all about fucking Chicago and all this shit, you don't talk about this shit on your social media. So let's stop fucking playing with ourselves, all right? It was white privilege at its fucking finest, and I'm not here for the bullshit, okay? You can dismiss me with that. This is what happened when a bitch thinks she's in a level, power, or position over a black man, and they get to talk all this shit that they want to because you got a huge following. Oh, let me say this, let me say that. People gonna believe me over them anyway, so fuck him. Bitch, no, it don't fucking work that way. And defend your man all you want, but pick and choose your battles, like I say. Then she finna go to the White House, or went to the White House today, to talk to Jared Kushner about prison reform. I ain't got shit to say on that. Like, girl, I mean, A for effort if that's what you want, but I wouldn't take nothing coming out of her mouth seriously at all, okay? I really, really wouldn't. So, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Like, I gave both sides, It is what it is, I hate when people do shit like that. Like she fucked herself up when she started talking about his shoes, if you ask me. Okay? She took it way too personal when it wasn't even about that. It wasn't about that. And speaking of this Pusha T, like Kanye, and Whitney Houston's estate is pissed off at the people who allowed that sale to go through. That's disrespectful as fuck. And this whole rap beef that's going on between Pusha T and Drake, I'm all the way here for it. Don't get me wrong, but it's still fuck Pusha T right about now, because you are a grown man and you mean to tell me you had no control over your album, and that you couldn't say no and didn't think that people will receive this as being disrespectful as fuck, and didn't think anything of the family that's still here, that this will be disrespectful as fuck to put this fucking photo as your cover art? I don't give a fuck if that nigga paid $100,000 for it. It shouldn't have happened. And you could have opened up your mouth and said, nah, bro, I don't think that's right. Okay? And you can tell that didn't happen because you still let that shit come out. You're a grown ass man that still got fucking plaques up in your goddamn head, and you couldn't open up your mouth and put your input on this shit. That's fucked up. So that's why I say fuck Pusha T. And no, I have not listened to Daytona. I was going to give it a listen, but after that, I seen that album cover. Not that I was checking for it. And I don't have anything else against Pusha T. Like, and not that I was checking for the album and being like, oh my God, I can't wait for the album to come out. No, I was going to give it a listen just because, but Kanye got his influence on there, and I was probably going to let that shit slide, just like I'm going to block that out for a second with Tiana Taylor album come out. I'm definitely going to get that a listen, so y'all already know I call myself out on this shit. But since you did this, I'm not finna give you a listen at all. The album, okay? I stream the shit, the little mix, the diss tracks or whatever on SoundCloud and shit. Yeah, I do that shit, okay? But the actual album, hell no. Alright. So apparently on this fucking album, a song called Infrared, I read the lyrics or whatever. I didn't listen to the song. I read the lyrics. And he took some shots at Drake. Next thing you know, Drake then came the fuck back the same goddamn day with this Duppy freestyle. Is it Duppy or Duppy? Whatever the fuck it's called. He came at him. You ain't even top 5 on your own label. Just, I guess he mentioned his fiance name, and that's what started this whole shit. Like, really, what really set it off for Pusha T. Like, Drake really, kind of got in that ass a little bit. And then Pusha T came out with Push. And the whole internet has been on fire because Pusha T just started talking about how, somebody, OVO 40, he bent over like an 80-year-old man because he's sick or whatever. He got MS, so that's fucked up. But this is a rap battle. Anything fucking goes. When you dissing, you dissing. Remember when Ether came out and the whole beef between Jay-Z and Nas, and was it Jay-Z that said skeeted on your kid car seat and shit like that? Personal stuff. That's what a beef is. So I have no problem with nothing that came out from either one of these goddamn things. I'm not one of those ones that said, no, he shouldn't have took it personal. He shouldn't have did that. This is a fucking rap battle. This is what happens when you do diss tracks, okay? This is a worthy fucking beef that's happening, and I'm all here for it. And the reason why is because these two opponents, we are guaranteed to get some good shit from both sides. And that's what we've been having. Drake put out something, and I guess the shocking hour with Drake will really turn people up with Drake is the fact that he responded so quickly, okay? And he did the damn thing on that, but then Pusha gave him a couple of days and came back, and he did the damn thing on that shit too. So at this point, I'm like this. Maybe Pusha a little bit more because, you know, Pusha went there, called his daddy out, talking about he had them Steve Harvey ass suits on. The daddy was a deadbeat, so therefore Drake acting like a deadbeat because he got a son out here impregnating porn stars and, you know, Adonis and all this shit. And then he explained that on the Breakfast Club about how he was gonna roll out the child doing his line with Adidas and shit like that, baby. It was a mess, okay? And what everybody got stuck on is the fact that this love child or whatever that supposedly Drake has. I'm sitting here like, y'all don't remember this shit coming out last year. Girl, it was all over the goddamn blogs or whatever. That remember because and the only reason why I truly remember it, I listened to the read and they talk about it a few times on a couple of episodes or whatever. But I remember when that shit came out because the girl that claimed that he got her pregnant and actually had the baby that we're talking about now named Adonis, it was a black chick who came out and said that he got her pregnant also. But see, we never heard nothing else from that. He put out a statement or whatever saying that it ain't true and something like that, and we ain't hear shit else from her, okay? That was last year. And right after she put that out there and he put that statement out there, this girl popped up and he never really said anything about it. He never said shit about it, that whether or not the child was his or not, or if it was true or not. And she didn't gave birth and he still ain't mentioned it. I was like, oh, so that 919 either he done gave her some hush money to keep it quiet, and that is his child. So at this point, it's all alleged. But I remember hearing this. So I was just surprised. Like, this is old news. This is not new tea. But I guess it's new tea to some. Because, you know, if you ain't on the blogs or the Shade Room, it was on the Shade Room. I got it off the Shade Room, Ball Alert, the Flame blog when that shit was on. You know, all that shit. It was a mess. You know? And I'm just here for the whole thing. At this point in time, it's still fuck Pusha T, like I said, but I'm here for the whole beef that's happening because if we're going to get some good tracks, some quality tracks from both of them like this is something that I can stand behind. I can't stand when we get, you know, one person who can put out some good shit and then the next time the person that they going against put out some weak ass shit like Drake and Meek Mill. No lie, no shade to Meek Mill, but his part in they little beef, it was whack as fuck. Now we ain't even hear nothing from Drake yet. So I just wonder how he gonna come back from this. And then one of the things that really, really, really got people in the uproar, the cover art picture that Pusha T used was a picture of Drake in blackface with this shirt that had Jim Crow on it. Now see, let me just tell you how dumb you niggas are. The Jim Crow thing comes from a goddamn line, a clothing line called Two Black Guys, right? TOO Black Guys. And the whole line is talking about the struggles that black folks have went through the years and shit like that. So one of the t-shirts is a Jim Crow t-shirt that's explaining it. The other t-shirt is about Board of Education and shit like that. And the blackface stuff goes along in conjunction to it. And the photographer who did it, he had it on his website. That's how Pusha T was able to get it. And he said it was Drake's idea. This was back in his Degrassi days, I think, or whatever. It said 2008, I think. And he was, you know, showing the struggles or, you know, the representation of what people... It was some type of definition or explanation that I could possibly get behind. But at the same time, I'm just thinking like, you could have just rolled that out a little bit better. And you didn't have to actually put the blackface makeup on, okay? And then to keep that up on the website, knowing that that shit can come back, and niggas these days don't like to research stuff. They just like to bandwagon and jump the gun on shit just like they did with the Jim Crow. The Jim Crow shit is easily to be explained. It's part of a clothing line that ain't even talking about they here for Jim Crow. It's the struggles of what black folks went through. That's one thing. But that blackface to go along with it, you didn't have to do that, Drake. Okay, I don't give a fuck what your explanation is. I would never be cool with anybody doing some blackface shit like that. But of course, y'all niggas still gonna buy his shit, so it is what it is at this point. And he ain't come out and say nothing. But I wasn't here for the blackface shit. That'll never be. You would never. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I know it's gonna be some strong opinions in the comments about these two things. And the last thing that I really want to talk about, Roseanne. So Miss Roseanne got in her feelings a couple of nights ago, and she gets on Twitter and she just started tweeting some shit. First of all, she was going at Chelsea Clinton at one point. Then she focused her attention and her rage and all this stuff, frustration on Valerie Jarrett, who was advisor to Obama during his presidency. Okay, I don't know what was going on. I don't follow Roseanne. The only reason why I knew the shit about Roseanne is because my sister brought it to my attention and said, because at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to seeing the reboot of Roseanne and see how it looked or whatever, that first episode. But then my sister was like, girl, you ain't seen them tweets and shit. You know, she all for Trump and she just real crazy with it. And I said, girl, what? You know, sometimes they be fucking playing with the profiles and making Photoshop shit. She was like, no. So I just went on her Twitter and I was just like, wow, okay, she's doing a fucking lot. She's like one of them extreme Trump people or whatever. She can't stand Democrats, okay, shit like that. And I was just like, this bitch is crazy. Okay, so then that's when I was like, fuck Roseanne. You know, fuck Roseanne. I'm just looking and thinking back about her past history and stuff like that. Y'all get upset when football players and other people take a knee when the national anthem comes out, and she got out there on that fucking field and desecrated the fucking anthem, knowing damn well she couldn't sing, made a fucking mockery of it. Like, that's what you should be fucking pissed off at. But okay, you know, tomatoes for y'all. But anyway, moving on from that, she's in this Twitter tirade going on talking about some if the Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes had a child, it'll be VJ. It'll equal VJ, which is Valerie Jarrett. And I said, wow. I seen Roseanne trending and I didn't understand why, so I went and looked it up and I just said, you done. You done. And what bothered me about this whole thing is that it took, and I'm talking about some black folks too, mostly the black folks, because some of y'all was out here talking about something, I'm going to support Roseanne, I'm still going to, you know, even though y'all can't stand Trump, and, oh, it's not all about Trump, she's not putting it in there, even though her character is a Trump person, and the views is all in there from what I've been told, and from what I've read, the little links that pop up, it's in there, and it's very much Roseanne, the real person, but the real person to a lesser degree, because the real person is extreme. They did a fucking Muslim episode where they was, you know, attacking, basically accusing the Muslim neighbors of being extremists and stuff like that. Whatever, just being racist. Okay, they came for Fresh Out the Boat, which is Chinese show that's sort of like Blackish, you know, but a Chinese version. And then it came for Blackish too, okay? But, you know, y'all niggas were still here for Roseanne. And it took for her to come out and to call a black woman a ape or compare her to an ape to say, oh no, fuck her. When she's done this shit time and time again. She has a whole bunch of shit. She dressed up as fucking Hitler and put a fucking Jewish family picture in a fucking oven. Dressed up as Hitler. She's attacked Jews. She's attacked the LGBT. She's done a whole bunch of disgusting things, okay? The Muslims too. And did to just to open up y'all eyes about her. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about everybody that all of a sudden want to be shocked like, oh my God, I did not know. This bitch been doing this crazy shit, okay? And y'all just now getting hyped to it or hip to it, whatever the fuck. You know, people are fickle, but whatever. And so all of a sudden, with this coming out, she put out a little tweet talking about something. She apologized to Valerie Jarrett. It was in poor taste. She didn't. It was a poor joke. and it baffles and always amazes me, but then again it doesn't. The people who will come out and try to defend the fact that she said this and say that it's just a joke. Okay, we too sensitive and all this shit. Let me fucking tell you something, you motherfuckers who think it's just a joke. It was never a fucking joke. The connotation and the origination of what that fucking so-called joke is, comparing black people to ape, it goes all the way fucking back to fucking slavery, where they said we was fucking ape, and then trying to make it seem like we was slow, we was dumb, because of the way our big lips are and our big nose. You compare us to a fucking ape, okay, in our skin. But then again, that goes to show how stupid y'all asses are, when apes are the ones that's closest to humans and are actually fucking smart. So thank you, you stupid bitch. Like, come the fuck out of here. Like, come on, some apes are smarter than your dumb ass, alright? But it's just stupid. Wanda fucking Sykes tweeted that she is no longer working on Roseanne. This was the same day. This was yesterday, okay? I was like, okay, girl, but she was a consultant writer. And my whole thing was, I'm side-eyeing her because, and I've been side-eyeing her because, you know, somebody was like, well, Wanda works on the show. And I said, when I found out about this some time ago, I was like, fuck that, you know, she shouldn't have been on the show in the first place, if you ask me. I'm side-eyeing her because, like, I guess any money is good money to some people. It just ain't worth my values and my integrity, okay? I just couldn't work with somebody like that, but people got to eat, so it is what it is. And that's why I side-eyed the fuck out of Wanda. And then as soon as Wanda put that up there, bitch, ABC came out and said, we canceling the whole fucking show. And so people was bigging up, you know, Channing Dungji. I think that's how you say her name. She's a black woman. She's the president of ABC. I remember we talked about her in the past and was glad that she got this. But she's part of the team who fucking greenlit the fucking show. Okay? And you knew how she was. But that's why I had to put out a tweet. Is ABC really firing her because of the simple fact that she said this tweet, or they just doing it because of the tremendous amount of backlash that they're getting? And it's the backlash, okay? Because Roseanne was a money fucking maker for them, all right? Even in the first season, it's a money maker to the point that after that first episode, they had already renewed it for a second season, okay? And they're not doing this because, oh, she said something racist, but they want to put out this fucking thing saying her values don't, you know, coincide with their values. I said, what are your values then? Because you let this go on anyway. You knew how she was in the first place and you still greenlit the whole thing. So what are you talking about? Your values must be very fucking lax. Let's be real. You only canceled the show because of the backlash and probably the advertisers and stuff that was going to pull out from the goddamn company. That's the only reason why that show got canceled, okay? Other than that, it still would have been playing. It still would have been playing. If none of that mattered to them, it still would have been playing. I guaranteed you that. Okay? Because, you know, they was cool with Roseanne as long as she kept her racism and her, you know, bigotry under wraps just a little bit. But this bitch just put it all out there for them and she got everybody fired from the show. And that's the only fucked up part. Everybody got, hundreds of people got lost their jobs. But then again, I wouldn't have been working on the shit in the first place, but people got to eat. So there you go. And that's fucked up. Sarah Gilbert comes out and saying some stuff about, I think I got the tweet. She said Roseanne's recent comments about Valerie Jarrett and so much more are abhorrent and do not reflect the beliefs of our cast and crew, anyone associated with our show. I am disappointed in her actions, to say the least. My whole thing is, you knew about this before. She's been doing this, so why just not come out now? Okay, why say that now? You accepted to be back on the show, and you been knew this shit, because I knew it. A lot of other people knew it, so the excuses are just... It's just a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. It's a bunch of bullshit. And then at first, Roseanne comes out telling people don't defend her and taking the responsibility on herself, trying to blame it on her Ambien. And, you know, it was like Ambien come back and said that one of the side effects of Ambien is not being racist. I said, bitch, okay, AmbienDictionary.com. All right. They was getting on that ass. And my whole thing is, like, you can't tell people not to defend you because you were wrong and then get upset that your cast members are saying that they are totally against what you said and trying to call them out. She did that shit to Sarah. She did that shit to the dude that played DJ. And it's like, bitch, you was fucking wrong. Okay? That's what the fuck it is. You was wrong, and I just feel like you should just fucking let that shit go and let the chips fall if they may. Because at the end of the day, it's not really going to affect Roseanne because she's still going to get paid. What's going to be affected is the people who are unemployed now, who are innocent casualty of war in this whole thing because of her. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And Tom Arnold, her ex-husband, has said, so it's Eeyore, or whatever the fuck the head dude at ABC, you know, you gonna apologize, whatever, when I told you that I said that unblock me or something like that when I told you that Roseanne was racist. Mind you, this is the ex-husband that's talking, okay? I said, oh, Tom, you better go there. And then Trump, bitch ass, this is the most egotistical narcissist I've ever seen. Instead of coming out and saying that his homegirl is wrong, he literally put out a tweet and said, you know, so Valerie Jerry got an apology, was owed an apologies for a comment that Roseanne said, but the dude at ABC, he said a whole bunch of stuff about me, so don't I deserve apology? I said, what the fuck? You can't even come out and say that she was wrong for what she said in the simplest terms to make it seem like you hear and you understand what's going on. Bitch, you done flipped the situation and made the shit all about you. Okay, no, you don't deserve a fucking apology, you dumbass. I said, if you don't get away from me with this shit. And Jimmy Kimmel talking about something, yes, I know what she did was wrong, but the Roseanne that I know, you know, we should probably just come to her with love and compassion and all this shit. Get away from me with that mess. Get away from us with that mess. We're not trying to hear it. You can compassion and love her all you want to, but we ain't gonna hear that shit, okay? But y'all tell me how y'all felt about all of this stuff that was being said. And I will see you guys later. I talked enough. Probably talked longer than I thought. Y'all know I can have a few topics and make that shit stretch as fuck and give y'all a big video for the weekend. Okay, y'all tell me how y'all feel and y'all enjoy yourselves. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stay safe. Peace. Ooh.